Hi guys, welcome back to the first update. Okay, I'm just kidding. So this is the next actual update. So here we have Usopp for the first doll that we're doing. He is my 126 doll that I'm working on. Woohoo! So as you can see here, I am giving him a different skin tone. I'm using Dark Ivory by Crafter's Secret for his skin tone because he is, I think, a little bit darker than the other characters. And to start off at the bottom, I actually use like several different other shades too for like the shoes, although I don't think it's as noticeable on camera. But the very bottom, I'm starting off with Heather by Impeccable. Then I'm moving up to Light Taupe by I Love This Yarn. And then we're moving on to the skin, which is like a part of the leg, which then I went on and attached on the pants. The bottom of the pants, I started off with, I believe it was Ivory, and then this is like butterscotch right here. Then I automatically switch up to the skin part. I gave him the generic eyes, white with black rounded corners, and he's currently bald right now, so that's what he looks like. And I'll be back with the next update. Hi guys, welcome back to another update. So for Usopp's body, this is what we have. I attached on both of the arms. For this arm, I gave him this blue little band, the strap thing that he has on his arm. It's cobalt blue, and then I changed that back to the skin color. I took white yarn and then I looped it around the arm twice, so that on like that, and the other arm is all plain. So for the body is really cool. I took lace yarn, so there's black yarn, to draw on the abs. I did like a similar thing with Inosuke, just to give it some detail because he is like a strong character at this point, although he is quite mentally weak. And I really like the little detail of like drawing on the abs and stuff. But yeah, that's what that looks like on him. Once I did that, I went ahead and gave him the suspenders, which I used Orange Crush on both sides. And I simply tucked it in at the bottom part. This is the shorter suspender straps, which I did chain 3, and then I simply tucked it into the pants using fabric glue and my broken felt tip needle. And this is right here is the what I usually call the bottom of a shirt, even though he's not actually wearing a shirt this time. It goes above his pants, which are also attached on separately. So I went ahead and glued that on. For the back side, I just took my felting needle and I just kind of like stabbed it in so that way it can like be a little bit more connected and closed. After that, this is the little so this is the little brown triangle. I used the 4 chain for this one using 09 brown, and then I took my ivory yarn and I glued it around here. He's supposed to have these little yellow buttons, but I forgot to put that on and it's already glued down in place, so I'm just gonna leave that little detail out. Kind of bothers me, but it's okay. We're gonna get over it. Besides that, I gave him the little bag, which I used Orange Crush again. This nice bold orange color. I crocheted like a little circle. Then I switched the colors out to cream to create the strap part, and then I wrapped it around the body, and then finally closed it off by single crocheting again back to the bag, so that way he has this nice little accessory going on. I think this is the only type of accessory that I don't mind making for my dolls, just because it does attach to the body, it doesn't come off, it doesn't fall off, and the same goes for hats. So I feel like it's a pretty important detail. And that is the overall view for the body. So far as hair cap, I created using black yarn, 4 inner rounds, 3 outer rounds, and I also glued it on the back side. So for the next part, we're gonna go ahead and finish off his head. And yeah, this is what the body looks like. Wonderful. It's all nice and simplified. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with another update on the face. Just really quick, wanted to talk about what I did so far. I gave Usopp a little beard thing. He has like this little, right, that's called a beard. I'm just gonna call it his black beard, okay? It's in a shape of a triangle, so I used a 4 chain triangle and I placed it on the bottom right there, right where the chin is. And then for the nose, okay. The nose, right. I don't usually give my dolls any noses at all, just because I don't like how the nose is shaped on the little BB dolls, and it looks kind of weird when it's crocheted on, in my opinion, so I decided to leave it out. But I feel like his nose is really important because he can't be really a liar without his long nose, right? So this is what it looks like on the side. The magic ring, and then I did single crochet. I pulled the ring close pretty much halfway, but not enough for it to become a full circle, so it became like a half circle. And then I closed it, and after this I plan on probably gluing it down or even taking my needle felt tool right here, and then I'm probably just gonna stab it on there so that way it can like stay in place and like blend in on his face. But yeah, that's what it looks like so far. I'm just like positioning this so that way I can see where I want my things to be. For the earmuffs, I gave him two, one on each side. They're covering the ears, so he's not gonna have any actual ears. I did put some stuffing inside of them, and I have the pins right here to hold it down because I glued it down. This, I went ahead and took my ivory yarn, created the magic ring, and then I changed color out to this orange color. It's regular orange, and then I switched it back out to ivory. And then once I did that, I took the black lace yarn, I went ahead to the center, sewed on 3 lines in the center, then went all the way back out to the edge right here, and then went ahead and pretty much just sewed on little lines to make it look like there's dotted lines along the earpiece. So that's it for the details. I did that twice. I made sure for the placement of the earmuffs that there was at least 1 stitch in between the earpiece and the eyelid. So same thing for this side. There's like 1 stitch in between, just because that's how I like to place it. There's a pin right here on his nose and it makes him look like he has like a nose piercing. But yeah, this is it for the current update. Okay guys, welcome back to the final update for Usopp. The back side, this is his horsetail or ponytail, whatever you call it. I'm calling it a ponytail, I guess, since it is at the bottom. Here's what the side profile looks like. And I know this is supposed to be like a headphone strap supposed to go around him, but he's gonna wear a hat anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. And I'm just keeping it super simplistic. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I created 4 strands and they're really curly just so it can give it some volume. And I simply sewed it on to, I think, this ring right here. So here's the bottom one, 1, 2, 3. On that third one, pretty much just sits like this. So from the front side, you can see he has like his hair going down the side. Not too poofy. Here's the other side. Yeah, that's about it. Here is his bucket hat. I used ivory and I created this shape. Here's what it looks like. So this is the back side. The front side has sort of like a little bump just because his hat isn't like fully rounded. So I decided to try to make it a little bit uneven just to give it some shape. And I had to go around here and like pinch these little sides to create the extra flowiness around the edge of the hat. Man, I'm so great at describing these things. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this on, and it sits nicely on his head, just like that. And there you have it. Usopp after the time skip. Yeah, there you go, and with the hat. There's the back side. So yeah, there's no need for like a whole headphone strap unless you look on the side, but you know, I'm not really going to. Ta-da! Next we're gonna be making Sanji. So this is also Sanji after the time skip, and I'm giving him these dark charcoal shoes. Switched it out to completely black because I wanted his suit to be darker and still have like a different shade for the shoes so that way you can tell that he's wearing shoes and not just like a full black bodysuit. But yeah, switched the colors out to butterscotch because he has inner yellow shirt on the inside. He has several outfits with like different color of inner shirts, but I'm choosing yellow for this one. Backside is just all black and his head is currently bald. Skin color, the usual one, Magnolia Way. The white part for the eyes, generic eyes again. Black rounded corner eyes. And there we go. Back with another super quick update. So I went ahead and added on this little collar right here around his neck. It's a different type of collar than usual. And then I went ahead and created this little tie right here that's 09 brown. Simply sewed it on, try to make it into like a shape of a tie. Created these little 6 knots, which I put on vertically. There's like 2 different rows. There's 2 rows in between each knot. The yarn I use is honey, which looks like gold. Attach on both arms. We have skin, changes to butterscotch, and then back to black. So yeah, that's pretty much his suit. Very simple, plain. His hair cap is yellow, 4 inner rounds, 3 outer rounds, holding them down with pins right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and create the details of his face and his hair. Come back to another update. So here is Sanji's face. Okay, so I went ahead and did this little beard thing for him. That is black with chain 3, and I simply tucked it in. Then I took my black lace yarn, created the little mustache along this row right here, going back and forth and creating a simple, nice little stash. Not sure if any of the other people who crocheted Sanji gave him a mustache. I kind of forgot, but I decided to give it to him anyway, even though it is like kind of funny, but you know, since he has it, just gonna put it there. And then for his eyebrow, kind of changes. I believe there was a significant change before the time skip, and then after the time skip, the eyebrow swirl changes place, and sometimes it's like on corner, and other times it's on the inner corner, and before time skip it was on this eye, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick one swirl spot, so I decided to add it on the inner corner, but you could put it on the outer corner too as well. I think it just depends on his expression. When he looks more angry, it goes like inwards, so I decided to put that there. Okay, so welcome back to the next update for the hair placement. And here is Sanji's hair, starting off with the front part. Okay, I'm gonna start on this side right here, this furthest side. This is a 10 chain, followed by 2 12 chains, and then 2 more 10 chains. We have another 10 chain right here, and then starting from here, the rest onward will be all in 8 chains, which goes all the way around. For the first layer, I placed this one on the very bottom layer, the round, so that's where that's placed, and it simply follows the round around, which goes towards the bottom part, so that way on the front side you can see like the hairs pretty much beneath the neck and on the side of his face as well. And I end up covering up his eye right here, so I guess his eye isn't really necessary. You could just give him like one eye, but I gave him 2 anyways just in case I wanted to show his eye, but I guess I am probably not. So you can still tell that he has an eye right there, so I guess it's fine too. The rest of this is going to be covered up with 8 chains. So I'm currently putting in the placements where I want the hairs to poke out first, and then I will go back and cover up the entire head with 8 chains. So there you have it. Hey guys, welcome back to the final update. Here's Sanji and his hair all completed all the way around. So this is all 8 chains as I mentioned before, in nice little rows, and I filled up pretty much most of the gaps. And there you have it. Sanji's hair, everything's all completed. Okay, so for Usopp right here, I said that I wasn't going to create that little earmuff strap, and I ended up doing so. I simply chained it and I tucked it in and I glued it on. That's the only difference for Usopp. Otherwise, both of them are completed. Super happy with how they turned out. So here it is together. And there you go. Now I got a few more members of the Straw Hat crew. Can't wait to create the others, although I'm still not sure if I should make Chopper, Frankie, Brooke, just because they are a little bit different and I have to incorporate their body and designs into this base body, which is kind of difficult, so we shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to know how to make your own anime hairstyles like these guys right here, links to my hair tutorial pattern in the description box below along with my other base bodies. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with another video. Bye!